Good morning, I'm Neva Manu, and this is your morning news fix for Tuesday, 3rd of December. In this update, culling starts today of 40,000 chickens at an Otago commercial egg farm infected with bird flu. The mainland poultry managed property will lose 20% of its chooks following confirmation of the disease within one of its sheds. It is not the avian influenza circulating among wildlife globally and probably came from local waterfowl and wild birds. Ministry for Primary Industries Director General Ray Smith says the culling of chickens will take around 3 days.
You're probably looking at a sort of 4 to 6 week period between depopulating, cleaning, testing as best you can in the environment that the virus is not present, and then repopulating again.
The Ministry for Primary Industries has stopped live or raw poultry exports until it's known how widespread the disease is. Wet conditions have been hampering the search for 3 missing climbers on Aoraki Mount Cook. A search was launched about lunchtime yesterday after the 3 men didn't meet their pre-arranged transport yesterday morning. Met Services forecasting more heavy rain and snow to 3,200 metres today, easing this evening. The Department of Conservation this morning will see how many stranded whales in Golden Bay have refloated overnight. 37 pilot whales washed up at Farewell Spit yesterday afternoon. However, 2 died and 1 was euthanised. Protection organisation Project Jonah says that the species are typically left to refloat themselves during the next high tide. General Manager Darren Grover says that the species can be difficult to save.
They're a tight social group. The key is to refloat that tight social group together. They won't refloat if you only send 1 or 2 of them back into the ocean.
About 36,000 nurses, midwives and healthcare assistants working for Health New Zealand will strike from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. today. The nurses' organisation says it's due to plans to pause part of the safe staffing program. A landmark judgment on a more than 20-year court saga surrounding Māori customary rights to the foreshore and seabed. The Supreme Court's allowing an Attorney-General appeal against a Court of Appeal judgment made in October last year. It's rejected the judgment as a narrow interpretation of criteria for customary marine titles and reaffirmed the role of tikanga Māori in guiding decisions. Former Treaty Negotiations Minister Chris Finlayson told Ryan Bridge it's a significant decision that could nullify the need for the government's amendment bill.
It may have been better to have waited until the Supreme Court delivered its decision before deciding whether to proceed with legislation.
At least 56 people have been killed in a crush at a football match in Guinea's second largest city, in Inzerikor. The BBC reports events unravelled following a decision by the referee who sent off 2 players from a visiting team and awarded a controversial penalty kick. In sport, former Black Cap Rhys Young is backing Tom Blundell to remain New Zealand's Test wicket-keeper moving forward despite a tough run of batting form. World Netball admits there are a list of obstacles they'll need to overcome in their quest to revolutionise the Test calendar. Confirmation Australian Jack Doohan will make his Formula One debut for Alpine at Monday's season-ending Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. A party-like atmosphere is in prospect for golf's National Interprovincial Championship starting this morning in Christchurch. And I'm Neva Manu. That's your latest news fix. We'll be back with the next update at midday from the Newstalk ZB newsroom.